welcome back. We are once again talking all things pop culture today in our Celebrity Corner. Here's one we've never talked about on this show. You ready?
Go ahead.
Sister Wives. Sister
No,
Wives.
we haven't.
Has been on the air since 2010, bringing polyamorous marriages to television screens across the U.S. Now, originally set in Lehigh, Utah, Cody Brown and his 3 wives, Mary, Christine, and Janelle, welcomed a 4th wife into their family during the first season. Okay, now for clarification, Cody's only legal marriage was to Mary, his first wife, before divorcing so he could legally marry Robin to adopt her children.
Now, his relationships with Janelle and Christine, wife number 2 and 3, are legally recognized as spiritual unions. Sister Wives is still on the air today, 14 seasons later, and has followed all 4 wives and 18 children through their 2 big moves to both Las Vegas and Flagstaff.
Vegas, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Where have I been? Okay.
Well, not there, obviously.
Not there, yeah.
Cut to today, it was announced that Christine is leaving the family after 25 years together. Christine released a statement via social media saying, "Cody and I have grown apart, and I've made the decision to leave."
Wow.
Yeah, the 2 will continue to co-parent their 6 children together, and Christine is expected to move back to Utah and figure out her life separate from Cody.
You know, I've seen that show, but barely, obviously. I haven't
Yeah.
watched it a whole lot, but yeah, interesting though.
I've never watched it.
Have you not?
Are you surprised?
No,
I didn't think
not
so.
at all. But it's, you know, just completely out of my wheelhouse there. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll tell you what happens if things shift around again, and they
All right.
probably will.
All right, now we have some music news for you. Ed Sheeran released his 5th studio album, Equals, on Friday, with 14 new songs and a lot of vulnerability. The album includes pre-released hits Bad Habits, Shivers, and Visiting Hours. The entire album exudes this tone of emotion and deep love for Sheeran's wife and daughter. Song First Times details the feeling of firsts that you experience in a relationship. This is believed to be about his wife, Cherry.
Yeah, so in the song, Sheeran compares the simplicities of life being better than finally reaching your dreams, like playing at Wimbledon for the first time. Now, Sandman, on the other hand, is a lullaby-type song for Sheeran's baby daughter, Lyra. The lyrics allude to a parent telling their child they can sleep easy and calm because everything is okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Sheeran shared on social media that his favorite album that he's ever made, and he's so proud of it, following the release of his album. NPR Music, by the way, released Sheeran's Tiny Desk at-home video with Sheeran performing 4 of the songs from Equals, including one of the album's singles, Overpass Graffiti. Now, Equals can be listened to on any music streaming service of your choice, like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and more. And I do love him, and Visiting Hours is a very meaningful, very powerful song if you haven't heard it.
I think he's a very prolific songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe one of the more prolific of this era going on.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see him live somewhere. I remember he came to St. Louis within the last few years, I guess pre-COVID maybe, and would love to see him sometime.
All
yeah.
right. Everyone's favorite serial killer, Dexter, is returning to Showtime this Sunday.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall spoke to Entertainment Tonight about revisiting his dark passenger, and Kevin Frazier has the story. Kevin.
Tom and Joy, it is a dark series and dark character, but you know what? I'm coming to you from the beautiful island of Oahu. Warm and sunny here, like Dexter's old hometown haunts of Miami, but his new limited series finds him somewhere else after an ending that really left some viewers scratching their heads.
I have to protect them from me.
Many fans didn't really feel they got the proper closure with the ending of the series. How do you feel about it?
I knew that the show didn't sit that well. It just sort of left us in this pretty unresolved, uncertain place.
That place was Dexter faking his own death and hiding out somewhere in the Pacific Northwest. Well, 10 years later, that's where Dexter New Blood picks up.
Since we left him, he hasn't killed anybody. He's been abstinent. He's been dedicated to this sober life.
I might still be a monster, but I'm an evolving monster.
How was it for you reconnecting with him, with Dexter himself.
Once I showed up and we started shooting, he was still very available to me, which was reassuring and creepy.
The premiere this week was big. There was fake snow, fake blood, and the introduction of new cast members. So will the infamous serial killer return to his murderous ways?
I think the fact that they turned the cameras back on suggests that he's probably going to get back to business.
Hey, and make sure you tune into ET tonight because Vanessa Lachey is my guest co-host. When did she know that Nick was the one? Oh, she's going to tell you. Plus, her favorite memories from her days as an ET correspondent. You forgot about that, didn't you? For Entertainment Tonight, I'm Kevin Frazier.
I did forget about